Hello children. Here, let us discuss about few types of angles. Discuss about one type of angles, that is adjacent angles. So children, we come across angles in our day-to-day life. If you open the door, then an angle is formed between the wall and the door. And even four angles are formed with four legs of the bed. So in the same way, let us consider a real life example for adjacent angles. Let us take this leaf. We can see that on this leaf, these lines are called as margins. So here at this point, you can see that there is a margin on the left side, there is a margin on the right side, and there is a margin that is pointing up. So at this vertex, you can see that two angles are formed. So let us mark that point where three margins meet as one on the left side, one straight pointing upwards, and one on the right side. So we can see that these three margins meet at a point. Let us mark that point as O. Let us give names for these rays that are emerging from O as OA, OB and OC respectively. Now we are going to discuss about adjacent angles. So what is the meaning of adjacent? Adjacent means which are next to each other. So in this we can see two angles, angle AOB and angle BOC. They are called as adjacent angles. Angle AOB and angle BOC. Let me just, adjacent means next to. As these two are next to each other, they are called as adjacent angles. In the figure, angle AOB and BOC are the adjacent angles. This is angle AOB and this is angle BOC. Now, for these two angles, we can see that there is a common vertex O. Both these angles meet at the point O, so there is a common vertex O. And these two angles are having the common arm as OB. So, and OA is on left side of OB and OC is on right side of OB. So these two angles are called as adjacent angles. So from this we can tell that adjacent angles have the following features. What are they? They have a common vertex as shown O in the figure, and they have a common arm as shown OB in the figure, and non-common arms on either side of the common arm. In this figure, OA is one non-common arm and OC is the non-common arm. OB is the common arm and OA and OC are on either side of OB. So adjacent angles have these features. So if all these three features are satisfied for the two given angles, then these two angles are said to be adjacent angles. They must have a common vertex, they must have a common arm and non-common arms on either side of the common arm. Angles are adjacent. They may be two acute angles as shown in this figure. They may be two obtuse angles, and they may be one acute and one obtuse angle also. Thank you.